Okay, Kermit Weeks here, Fantasy of Flight, and I am out in Nevada. There are the mountains. I'm heading to Roy Rehm's, and I'm going to be talking to him about, different things with the airplanes. I ended up with 5 of the Boeings. 3 of the airplanes need late model tail feathers, of which they're all mine. And Dave Teeters, he and his dad and sister Lori out of Cal Pacific Aeromotive, they had done my P-51C, my P-51D, and basically he potentially has the ability to do those tail feathers. So Dave is driving up from Salinas, California, and we are going to meet with Roy and pick up the tooling. Dave's going to take that back, as well as get some little tidbits from Roy as to how exactly, little nuances that they learned in trying to form the tail feather parts, which are pretty complicated. Let's see, Roy's house ought to be coming up here pretty soon. Should be fun. I just flew in from Los Angeles. Dave is driving up from Salinas, and he should be here in about 20 minutes, I think. So, Roy's cool house. The Boeing factory. Anyway, so let's go see what Roy's been up to. Too cool. Looks like another little project there. Willow Street. This is Willow Aircraft. I think he kind of gets into little cars too. Here we go, Willow Aircraft.
Hey!
What's happening? What's going on? You got the camera rolling. Dave ought to be here in about 20 minutes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that worked out perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
Oh,
good.
yeah, so there's the Bill Allen deal. What's left on this?
Not much.
So he's got these modern wheels, huh? Or the brakes, I mean.
No, these are
Oh,
the
okay.
repops. But they're the Dick Fisher.
Are they the
setup.
expanding ones or the disc? Some of the guys are putting the disc ones on. Hello, kitty.
Who is that here? It's this. Well,
Oh, these thing here, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Jeff Hamilton airplane has these, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna change those out. Put the original wheels on.
Yeah. I know that's what you want, like the original stuff, and I'm with you.
Hey, also too, while I'm here, I just spent 2 days with Keegan, okay, with the Jerry Yeagan airplane, and he gave me a little list of things to look for while I'm here. So,
He needs for that.
yeah, that they, I think some of the stuff is up with Luke, the tail feathers and maybe the ailerons and that kind of stuff, or elevators or something. Anyway, I've got a list, but we'll just make sure that we're all on the same page. And I told him that I'd at least check with you and see what was here and what wasn't.
Sure.
So cool. Oh wow, that's pretty neat. Wow.
Yeah, that's the fixture for.
Yeah, so they make some new ones that I understand are heavier, and Kevin Kimball's going to put them on my Vega.
They're 6 to 8 pounds heavier than a standard wheel.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll just lose some weight before I go for it.
In fact, I got.
But the reality is, some of the old ones eventually crack and stuff. So they went ahead and I think they just made them a little bit stronger.
Oh, they made them. And of course, when I'm on show, I think I had a picture.
Is this here? Is that it?
No, that's these. Okay, that's the disc. The disc is inside that one.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, but I want to show you what here's what the disc looks like.
Oh, there you go. Kermit's PC-12 engine. Cool.
Here's what the disc looks like.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
That's
they're real
cool.
weird to put together.
Huh.
A friend of
Interesting.
mine brought this over and says, "You need this." Put it
Good. Well, awesome. Well, what I thought I'd do is the camera, I might do a little bit of a video, but the main thing I wanted to do was basically record what we do and looking for my parts and things. So, because I got so many things going on, I'll forget, you know.
Yeah, I've got a lot of, your suggestion of putting all your stuff in one area, but now you're getting everything. It's just too much shuffling. I don't have room.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, the first thing. Well, this is going to leave next month, right?
Correct.
Okay. So if that gets out of here, then I guess Oyvind's airplane is going to kind of go in its place.
Right.
Okay, the Boeing has arrived. It's in Allen Airways. We had a lot of help from QBs and airport guys. We unloaded this in 30 minutes, and now you can see we have everything organized, both wings, all the struts, the ailerons, the elevators, the rudder, gun sight, flare gun, end struts, wires, the whole enchilada. So 33 years, and here it is.
The main thing I want to do with Dave while he's here is to pick up the tooling for the late tail feathers, okay, which I assume you got the money. I wired the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the drawings and all that stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
so you got that, and then
I'll call you and thank you for
but he'll basically take those back. He's got some padding or foam or something like
Now,
that.
when's he going to do that?
Well, he's here today. He's going to be here in 20 minutes, but he's going to spend the night. We got a hotel room in Minden. And I think he may be bringing Mari, his wife, up. So we were going to just do dinner over there and catch up on some other business. And then tomorrow morning, maybe, I assume the tooling for the late tail feathers is here, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so his goal is to pick it up.
We're talking heavy.
Oh, well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
These two guys alone are unbelievable. Well, we can.
Well,
get into hopefully he can.
these are the early tail feathers.
These are the late tail feathers.
Oh, those are the late tail feathers.
The earlies are straight out. This has got the balance.
Okay, so we're going to have to pick these up and those. So those are the two horizontals.
These are the two stabilizers.
Yeah, horizontal stabilizers.
The two early ones. The early ones that we just made. They're out there.
Those are the solid ones. Those are the ones that I saw.
That you saw.
The last time I was here. Yeah.
Yeah, those out
okay.
there.
So then, but also, I think he needs the elevators as well. Where's the elevator ones?
Okay. While we're in this part of the world, there's the aileron molds. So we got the weight and the length.
Oh yeah, but don't I already have the ailerons for the late airplanes?
You have the mold.
Oh, okay, so.
So that's part of the load we're talking. That's why he's got a.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, so. I see. So this. How does that work? Does that fold under or something?
No, this is top and bottom.
Yeah, I know, but it looks to me like it's a different. The top there.
Well, they just put them in like this on the wall.
Right on the.
Because this goes down right to the floor. So
right.
It's a long piece.
Okay, but what I was saying was, this is this wide and that's that wide. So how does that work?
Well,
or are these backwards?
Yeah.
I see. Okay, it's okay. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay, so this tapers down here,
Yeah.
and that gets fatter down there. I see.
Right, and there's the
Oh, my
molds for the
gosh, okay.
spars. Making the
Okay.
spars.
Well, somehow, I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Okay, those do look pretty heavy. Is Mickey possibly available to come and help, or?
To do what? To take stuff to Salinas?
No. Just basically to just get him in Dave's truck.
Oh yeah, well
Yeah.
Mickey is
Okay.
I told him I might be calling him to help load all the stuff.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: when you originally got these in here before, how did you get them in here? How many people did it take to get them up there?
I think we set them on car dollies, you know,
Uh-huh.
and just steady the top and roll them around.
Wow. Ooh, you don't want that thing falling over on you.
No. Oh no! Once it gets past,
Yeah.
it gets real.
Okay, so anyway, we'll just basic. Oh, so these are the spars.
That's the spar.
Those are the spars. Now, how about like ribs and things?
There are no ribs in the
I don't mean the ribs, but that's what these are here. These get folded down, and then they.
No, that's just leftovers.
Okay, but as I remember, it goes like this inside there diagonally. Is that correct? Yeah, because we can look at.
I don't think there's any in.
Oh, you're kidding! There's not.
No.
So whose are these for?
Well, this is a
Or the?
Hughes plane.
Oh, okay.
These two here are for this plane.
Okay.
Bill Allen's plane.
Bill Allen's, okay. So are you going to put those ailerons on there before he picks it up?
No, they get packed separately.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
God,
it's
they're
just
so
heavier and more things that could get damaged when it's big like that.
Huh. I'll be
So
darned. Yeah, let me see the elevator over here. Yeah, see, this is what I was thinking.
Okay, the
I knew it
elevator's
went
good.
like this. The elevator's like that, but the ailerons aren't. Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, they
Huh.
figure there's enough strength in there that they don't have to do it.
Now, how...
How do you build these?
Yeah, I'm sitting there looking at it. How do you buck those? That's not one rivet all the way through, is it?
No. You spar, you build it, like, completely build them.
Okay, so you do half of it. You do half of
Yeah, you
it.
do half of it,
And
no
then you
problem.
probably start back here and move forward.
No, you build it with clecos,
Yeah.
then you take the clecos out and take the spar out. And until you come in with the spar out, but the rest of it's still in the fixture. So
Okay.
so you come in and you buck these
Huh.
with the bucking bars that are that long to get in there.
So now, I mean, the fact that, I mean, once I leave with my last 3 or 4 airplanes or whatever, then basically, I mean, you got all the rivets and that kind of stuff. I mean, you got plenty of rivets and things that we could take.
Yeah, I'll keep a little batch of each size.
Yeah, okay.
To give the main bulk of them can go with the projects. Yeah.
All right. And the vertical fin and the rudder are done for all the airplanes.
Correct.
Okay, that's good.
They're completely done for all of them.
All right. Ah, that looks so cool. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they are.
They are just unbelievable.
Yeah, they've been since when I was a kid doing models and stuff. These are all my favorite.
Well, you've been working on
Yeah.
these since you were a kid, wasn't it? Little parts over here. Yeah, part of what I want to do is just kind of like, go through my airplane parts and just basically, and of course I've got the Boeing 100, and then we're going to get the Dave, I think before the end of the month, is going to go get the Hamilton airplane, the P-12B. and then we'll be able to start looking at things. I just want to, I know some of the cowlings cut out, the blanks are cut out, but they're not really finished and stuff, and we never really added any of that onto the deal there. So I'd like those shouldn't be too hard to finish. So I'd like to be able to get those finished, even though they're not painted, but at least the little small things,
Yeah.
And you've got enough of the, these little, I like this kind of stuff on my airplane. This is not done, is it?
Which airplane?
Oh, the rest of
My
it.
airplane.
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know they're done on the B model, but basically, like the P12C and the F4B2, are these done on those airplanes?
On the 2 and the C, no.
Okay. See, that kind of little stuff, I mean, it doesn't look difficult to do, but once this gets out of here, and maybe if you got time with it, I just want, because it wasn't included in what if this doesn't get done, I'd like to be able to get it done. It doesn't look that difficult to
It's
do.
just
Anyway.
time consuming.
Yeah. And you got all these little things here, you got all that.
Rick Atkins, when he put the fabric on, he has those.
Oh, okay, so you didn't do these.
No, these were done by our fabric guy.
Okay.
Our paint guy.
Okay. And then how about all these little things? Have you got all these little...
They're all handmade by a little shop. I forget where they were now.
So do you have these for the rest of my airplanes?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's just here, and then if Dave leaves in the morning, then, I've got a hotel room in Reno tomorrow night because I got a flight out Monday morning. So we can just go around and look for all the little things and just kind of, that's kind of my
And
main.
this is just what you do. Ask me, do we have this? Do we have
Yeah,
that?
okay.
Parts and pieces, we've got a lot. In fact, I don't know if we should.
Well, the reality at the end of the deal, what all here is connected to...
Some of this is just hardware. And,
Yeah, okay.
And this stuff is all, the fuselage is all hardware. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go through here with a big bucket and just, okay, let's go through the Kermits, that's Kermits.
Okay, well, if we put it in a bucket, let's put it in little bags with a label on there. Not just, I don't really want a soup, and say, I have no idea where this noodle goes.
No, that's going to be, that'll be a little time consuming. But yeah, everything labeled so you're not just looking at a fastener and something, wondering what it is. What's that?
Cool.
Something on the floor.
Yeah, and actually, just to walk through some of the because if this is tooling for the Boeing, this is partly mine, right?
Well, this stuff can certainly be yours.
Yeah. Not the tooling. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
This, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I have no.
Yeah, no, but if it's tooling for the Boeing, I'm not saying the tool, but the tooling I basically bought. So I just want to go there and figure out what it goes to and, and all that kind of stuff. So cool. Oh my gosh. So I've got, so this engine here is for the P12C, and then Jeff Blakey has got my other engine, correct?
Right.
So where did this come from? This looks like an original.
Yeah, you had that. You sent that to me. That's the original piece. So there's the exact color. Round.
Where? Well,
round,
man.
head rivets. I think you have another one. Oh no, you didn't give me this one. This one, a lady called me up one time and said my husband passed away, and he's got a bunch of airplane parts out in this barn or whatever, and I bought from her. Yeah, I suppose we gotta. I don't know how we figure this all out because.
Yeah.
Because I paid like $3,000 or $4,000. I got.
But I mean, you still would owe me this for the. You still got to make this or give this to me.
Oh no,
it's part of the deal.
Give
Yeah.
it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to make this as simple as we can. Yeah, I got that. I got one complete aileron. I got a complete vertical fin and the rudder. I got a bunch of good stuff for that I've been able to use for patterns, etc., etc. Yeah, no, this did not come from you.
Yeah.
It came from.
That's for the 100A, the Hughes airplane. See, these are the expanding ones right there. And some of the other guys wanted to go with the disc, but I want to go with the original. The reality is, I mean, at some point, I mean, you won't make them now, but at some point, I want to make some tail skids because I can fly mine off of grass because I got a grass airplane.
Yeah, you got a grass step.
Okay, so here we go with props, and I know that the Hamilton airplane, for some reason, the prop didn't work, and Jeff told me that basically, you just went ahead and deducted the prop from the price, so I know there's no prop with that project, but so that's Jerry's prop, because I think that was one of the things that was on Keegan's list. Okay, and there's the 100A, that's the Hughes airplane.
Yeah.
And then I've got the prop for the 100.
Yeah, that's the prop. And all the props that you have, I think they've all been overhauled. Pretty sure.
But are there? Yeah, but I don't have. So do I have props for the
You got props for
F4B1 and the C? No, the F4B2 and the C. Oh, there we go. Okay, there's a P12B. Oh, that. Okay, so what's that one say? P12CD. Okay.
These have been shuffled around, so they
Anyway.
might not be on the right page.
But anyway, those are the things that while we're here, we'll get a list going of what's missing, and then in your time, you can look forward, or we'll do the best we can today and tomorrow, and do that. Now, what are those off of? Those little-
Stock, just with these props, when you find any parts that go with a Hamilton standard prop, I buy them because
Cool.
they're real hard to find.
Well, theoretically, it's 102. Dave ought to be here potentially. Wow. And then, I seem to remember, where you were making, these things here, you've got those, the tooling for those.
Yeah, in fact, they didn't put them away from when I took pictures, so we got a lot of stuff to look at in here.
And is there a difference in the exhaust in the airplane? I mean, the Hamilton airplane should have the exhaust on it, shouldn't it? The B?
Yeah.
Okay, and how about my C and the 2?
I've got, do I have those? Yeah, I think so. Here's some of the exhaust stuff
Okay.
and more. And now there's yours. Yeah, it's got. I wouldn't have had the guy that made these for me. I wouldn't have not done all 8. Is what I'm saying. So my semi-intelligent deal is that you do have exhaust.
So that's for the C. So it looks like you've got extra ones of these.
I do have a spare or two.
Yeah,
I got a
okay.
spare or two of quite a few of them, and they're going to be available to anybody that needs one. If
Yeah.
a ground vehicle runs into it, runs parked out there, they've got extras. And I'm going to keep the extras all here, so they're available to whoever
good.
needs one.
Good.
They'll be
Which one's that for? Is that for Oyvins? Probably.
This is always yes. This
Yeah, that one's for the 100A.
Right.
And then those 2 must be for my C and the 2. Amazing. Oh my gosh. So much.
Yeah.
We've got a few things to work on.
And the later airplanes don't have these.
Okay.
But there's
So what are the later airplanes? So this is an early airplane one, huh?
Those were the ones for here.
Huh. Now, just out of curiosity, did they ever have a problem with this, with the cooling? And then
They went faster when they took them off.
Okay, so it's really, it wasn't a cooling problem. Okay, all right.
Yeah, because what it was doing, what they do is they run all of that air right into the power section.
Uh-huh.
And the resistance, they were 5 miles an hour faster without them.
I'll be darned.
So if you look at a lot of the pictures, you'll see them. They are not on there. It's just the holes.
Okay, so they just took them off, or they quit using them.
Yeah, they just
I'll be darned.
quit using them in the later models because they slowed the airplane down.
Huh.
And I don't know what the cooling deal was. I don't know if that was good or bad. I don't remember what the specs were on that. But it was slower with them.
Well, I know when I run a lot faster if I take my clothes off, because then I'm streaking.
You'll get in trouble.
I actually, believe it or not, I went to Purdue and I stayed at the dorm called Kerry Quad. That was where streaking originated.
Oh, really?
And they would take the coldest night of the year. They could see it coming, blah, blah, blah. And there was a courtyard in the side because it was laid out like a rectangle. And the guy, whoever wanted to, I didn't actually do it. But the guys would go up there and they'd run around the courtyard with no clothes on, and the girls would come out. Oh my gosh! But there wasn't a whole lot to look at actually. So, God, yeah, Kerry Quad, where they invented streaking.
Naked in Jamaica, watching naked bodies play. Can't bear the thought of going home, I think I'm gonna stay. The sun might burn it, all appeals, I lay in hot pursuit. I finally found somewhere where I can wear my birthday suit.
Yeah, we pulled the fuel tank out because we wanted to put a fuel screen in it. So we got a new boss. We did that.
You did find a fitting that would go in the tank, the wing tank.
Yeah, well.
I looked all over.
Yeah, we found one, but we had to increase the size of the boss. Yeah. There's a little bit of a problem with the the quick drains.
Yeah.
The quick drain doesn't exactly line up with the bottom of the sheet metal that goes on there. So we're piddling around with that. I mean, it's not like, you might be able to, if you had one of those things that sticks up inside, that's kind of the quick drain. We were looking at possibly getting some other kinds of quick drains, but anyway, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, because what the original confusion went with that is I had an early and a late print of that goings on, and I wound up I didn't know at the time. I wound up giving the wrong print to Steve that makes the tank.
Okay.
So that's why it's the wrong size.
Huh. Yeah, at some point too, I want to know what color, what kind of paint you use for all that kind of stuff, because mine are still just kind of in what do you call it? Primer. Yeah. Yeah, so whatever kind of silver you used, I want to make sure we end up with that.
What we wound up using is Rust-Oleum.
Oh, really? Okay.
I did the test with all kinds of silvers. Right away, the Rust-Oleum didn't pass muster, but after 2 weeks,
Okay, Dave is here.
Kind of bulletproof. Once it sets completely up, so I gotta give it time.
There we go. What's happening?